Good morning, students. So, in the last class, in yesterday's class, we discussed the variation of strain with the stress. How the strain is going to be varied with the stress. That is what we discussed in the yesterday's class. Now, in this class, we are discussing the types of materials. Types of materials. So there are two types of materials. So let us discuss the first one. That is ductile materials. First one is ductile materials. What is this ductile materials? What is ductile materials? The materials for which there is a large amount of plastic deformation takes place between the elastic limit and the plastic limit. Okay, so there will be a large, that is what? There will be a large amount of plastic deformation takes place between the elastic limit and the, that is, fracture point is called as, that is, ductile materials. Now once again I am writing the definition. Materials for which there is a large amount of plastic deformation takes place between elastic limit and fracture point. Such materials are called as, that is, ductile materials. So example, aluminium wire, copper wire, okay, etc. Any wire you can take, aluminum wire, copper wire, etc. So these are called as ductile materials and they are used in making wires or sheets. Okay, such materials are called as ductile materials. Means where the materials, or also you can use this other definition also. So materials which can be easily molded, such materials are called as ductile materials. So materials for which there is a large amount of plastic deformation takes place between elastic limit and the fracture point. Such materials are called as ductile materials. So in yesterday's class, we have already discussed by graphical study. We have plotted a graph between the stress and the strain. There I show you the points. Okay, you can see, you can watch that previous video where you can know what is this elastic limit and what is this fracture point. Okay, so that D point which I mentioned in the yesterday's class in the graphical representation, that a D point is a what we consider is fracture point where the material is going to be completely break down. Okay, excessive load is being added. When excessive load is being added, so because of that, the material, that wire is going to be break down. That point is called as, that is, fracture point. So that is a large amount of plastic deformation takes place in the elastic limit and the fracture point. Such type of materials are called as, that is, ductile materials. Okay. Now the next type of material which is called as, that is, brittle materials. So just I will say you the definition. Only the thing is what here, the same definition which we discussed in the last definition, that is that ductile materials. So brittle materials for which there is a small amount of, I am writing just the same that word here, small amount Okay, just in place of this large amount, there will be a small amount of plastic deformation takes place between elastic limit and the fracture point. Such materials are called as, that is, brittle materials. Okay, I am writing that definition here. Materials for which there is a small amount of plastic deformation takes place between elastic limit and fracture point is called as brittle materials. Example: glass, bone, etc. So these are the brittle materials. Okay. So materials for which there is a small amount of, here it is a large and it is a small. So there it is large amount and here it is small amount of plastic deformation takes place between the elastic limit and the fracture point is called as, that is, brittle materials. Okay, which can be easily breakable. Okay, here it is easily molded and here it is easily breakable. Such materials are called as brittle materials. Okay, so that is what the types of materials. Okay, now next we move on towards that is elastic moduli. So next our topic is elastic moduli. So what is elastic moduli? Elastic moduli is nothing but that is modulus of elasticity. So modulus of elasticity is defined as the ratio of stress to the strain within elastic limit is called, that is, modulus of elasticity. Okay, so that here modulus of elasticity is equal to stress to the strain. Okay, so that is what I explained in the last class, that is in Hooke's law. In Hooke's law, there I noted that modulus of elasticity as K, which is a constant. Okay, Hooke's law, what it states that stress is directly proportional to the, that is, strain. Okay, stress is directly proportional to the strain. So that is what it is. Stress modulus of elasticity is equal to the stress by strain. Okay. Now what is the unit of this modulus of elasticity? So the SI unit of modulus of elasticity is Newton per meter square, or also we are having it is Pascal. Okay, Pascal, right? So now next we will be having the types of elastic moduli, or also models of elasticity. So there we are having the there is three types. In that first we discuss the Young's modulus. Young's modulus. Young's modulus. So as we are having the three types of strains. So one is called as longitudinal strain, second volume strain, and the third one is what, that is bulk strain. Okay, there is so not bulk strain, there is shear strain. Okay, what, there are three types of strains. One is longitudinal strain, the second one is volume strain, and the third one is, that is shear strain. So same here. For elastic modulus, also we are having the three types. In that, the first we discuss the Young's modulus of elasticity, or also you can say types of modulus of elasticity or elastic moduli. So Young's modulus is nothing but what? It is defined as the ratio of, we are denoting this Young's modulus as Y here. It is defined as the ratio of tensile stress to the longitudinal strain. We are using the same definition here. Modulus of elasticity is stress by strain. So we are having the first type of modulus of elasticity, which is called as Young's modulus. For Young's modulus also we are defining that tensile stress to the longitudinal strain is called as Young's modulus. It is defined as the ratio of, Young's modulus is defined as the ratio of tensile stress to the longitudinal strain is called, that is Young's modulus. Okay, now let us we understand what is Young's modulus. So let us we consider a wire here. Okay, a wire. Considering a wire of length L having a radius R. So I am writing here. We are considering a wire of length L. It is the length of the wire. L represents the length of the wire. R represents the radius of the wire. Okay. Now we are considering